What's going on YouTube? Come back at you with another video. So Mike Tyson recently on Instagram Live made a comment to Fat Joe about the whole Tupac murder being a conspiracy. So a lot of people out there interested in the subject. Obviously, this has been going on for 25 years type stuff. Tupac's name has been in a lot of different conversations as far as what actually happened to him. Well, Mob James was on Vlad. He was reacting to Mike Tyson's comments about this whole thing being a conspiracy, and he basically was quick to shut it all down and say Tupac was killed by gangbangers, being Orlando Anderson, and basically the whole murder stemmed from the fight that took place, and then ultimately it was retaliation that took Tupac. I'm going to tell you, I've said this before multiple times, I used to think possibly there was some kind of conspiracy involved with Tupac just based on what a powerful individual he was. He had a lot of power as far as reaching people, as far as pushing messages, and actually, being able to connect with people and make them do things. Tupac had that ability. He had that ability to do things, and when you have that type of ability, a lot of times you become a target because you're doing too much. People get too much power, and they become a target. I always thought it was possible, but the older I got, you got to remember, I was a teenager when Tupac was killed. So, for a long time, there was some confusion, like a lot of other people, on what actually happened to Tupac. The older I got, though, the more Tupac's murder actually makes perfect sense. I mean, it is what it is. People always try to add extras onto it. People always try to look deeper for some deeper meaning. And I understand that. I definitely respect that. You should always be looking for more than meets the eye. In this situation, though, I mean, it's pretty evident this is what happened. They got into this fight. Tupac was involved. He put hands on Orlando Anderson. Orlando Anderson, a real gangbanger, a real G. He wasn't going for it. He wasn't happy about the situation, so he had to retaliate, and it ended up with Tupac being murdered. Anything else really doesn't make that much sense. I mean, you've heard it from all the people pretty much that were involved, a good portion of them. Everybody's saying the same thing for the most part. Nobody wants to, point fingers and say it was him directly, but we know what it is. Orlando Anderson killed Tupac. Orlando Anderson was killed, not that long after. But as far as Tupac's murder goes, in my eyes, 100% that, it was through this whole incident with Orlando Anderson. That's just what it is. If there was something else to it, don't you think people who were actually connected to this whole situation would be looking for answers? They wouldn't be saying that this is what it is. People from the Outlaws saying this is how Tupac died. I mean, the people around him saying this is what it is. So people will always try to find a conspiracy. People will always try to find something else. They'll make shit up sometimes just to, get what they're looking for. But at the end of the day, with Tupac, I agree with Mob James. I feel like this was definitely a murder that took place from retaliation. This was a retaliation type murder, and that's what happened to Tupac. Had nothing to do with Suge Knight setting him up. That was the dumbest shit ever, and I've said it on multiple videos. What kind of person is going to set you up and then is going to sit in a car and have enough faith in you to not think that you might accidentally shoot them when you're shooting the other person? Like, it makes absolutely no sense. Suge Knight, clearly in my eyes, had nothing to do with the situation. Anything else, there's just not enough evidence there. The evidence all points to one thing, which is Orlando Anderson. That's my take. I agree with Mob James. Mike Tyson, not sure exactly why he thinks what he does. I wish they would have elaborated a little bit more on exactly why he feels like that. But I gotta ride with Mob James. I think that Tupac was murdered by Orlando Anderson. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit the like, subscribe, share, leave some feedback. Make sure you ring the notification bell too if you're subscribed. I appreciate you. Peace.